to buy Canelo versus Golovkin at $16.95. Press box office on your Sky remote or visit BoxNation.com.
No, first time.
He knows me though.
I know him though. All right, Garth.
Garth? Who the fuck's Garth? Are we live? Who the fuck's Garth? Yeah?
We're not live, but
Do you want to follow my head kick?
Probably have the right here with Mike Coppinger of GreenCities.com.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the biggest fight of 2017, Canelo versus Triple G. A lot of fans are excited. Break it down.
Well, I want to say first of all, no hair.
No hair, Coppinger.
No hair and hair. Let me break it down for you. Wow. You can go either way with either man on this fight. I've picked Canelo from a long way out. I've argued for Golovkin's case on some shows this week as well, because you can easily make an argument for both men. But for me, I think if Canelo gets Golovkin's respect early on, gets his jab going, doesn't get caught in the corners, he can control this fight from the center of the ring. He's untried and tested against a puncher of the caliber of Golovkin, as most people are against him. But I just have the feeling he may be able to raise his game. He's getting the fight at the right time, and he might win it on a very tight majority decision on Saturday night at the T-Mobile Arena.
Do you base this decision, this opinion on Canelo winning due to the fact that he's 27 years of age? He might just be hitting his prime. You got Golovkin, who's 35. They show some signs of slippage in his last two fights.
I think age is a factor. You know, it was at the Golovkin fight in January. I think it was January against Danny Jacobs. You know, and it was clear that you have to put it down to Jacobs as well. Yes. Something about the style. Golovkin looked fine. I had him winning the fight in my mind, but I actually scored it a draw on paper. It was a very close fight in many ways. But I think the thing is with Golovkin, when you get to 35 and you've been through all the fights he has, but also you have been on top in most of those fights, because no one's really been able to test him. Saul Canelo Alvarez has brilliant combinations. He's a very fast starter. He'll bring it, but he'll have a clever game plan in this fight. He won't stand toe-to-toe with Golovkin from the opening bell, in my view. I think it'll be a cagey start. That's what I see. And I think this fight will have lots of skirmishes throughout it. But he's got to fight like that, because otherwise Golovkin's so dangerous. They've both got amazing body shots, which is fascinating as well. It's just one of those pick-em 50-50 fights that it's brilliant to be at. The atmosphere's been amazing. It's Mexican Independence Weekend. One of my stories has been about the fact, you know, the Dreamers program in the United States that Donald Trump rescinded 10 days ago. 800,000 mainly Mexican young people whose parents came here and were illegal immigrants, and they've grown up here. Yeah. And Oscar De La Hoya and Saul Canelo Alvarez spoke to me about that and how saddened they are that this Dreamers program has taken a lot of young people's hopes away. Barack Obama set that up in 2012, and it's great that Saul is having the maturity to talk about this. You know, Oscar De La Hoya is a dual citizen of Mexico and America, and he won an Olympic gold medal for America, remember, in '92 in Barcelona. Exactly. Six-weight world champion, an amazing sports star in America. This fight's bringing loads of money in. Two foreign fighters in America bringing loads of money in. This is the land of immigrants, the American dream. You're all immigrants, for God's sake. There is, you know, you are all immigrants here making your way. Yeah. So what happened is outrageous, and I applaud Oscar and Saul for speaking to me about that for my piece in the Telegraph, because it's a really, really good point. One of the biggest sporting events of the year, and they're making this point. I think it's brilliant.
So this fight is more than just a fight.
It's more than just a fight. Some of the proceeds are going to the hurricane victims in Houston and Florida. I think that's brilliant. You know, I think it's brilliant that. Sorry, it's Texas, isn't it? Florida. You know, there's so many. It's a really, really big fight. This in so many ways, and you know, it could go down as one of the great middleweight fights of the ages. In that division, of course, that includes, you know, the likes of Sugar Ray Robinson, the Four Kings, Bernard Hopkins, you know, this lineage.
Yeah.
There is, the middleweight division's been that classical weight division that combines speed and power.
Exactly.
So it has produced so many great fights down the ages, and I think this may well be one of them.
Now, Canelo Alvarez' bread and butter is to counterpunch. Sometimes he likes to lean on those ropes, and he takes advantage of that. Now, Gennady, with his aggression, will come forward and take advantage of his fighter, his foe, leaning against the ropes and dig to that body and come upstairs. Who's going to benefit from that?
I think Canelo will avoid being on the ropes.
Okay.
Really avoid being
Smart.
on the ropes. He doesn't want to be there. He might want to turn Golovkin. The footwork's going to be fascinating in this fight. Golovkin has very slow, deliberate footwork as he tracks his opponent down. Saul, of course, is a great mover from the waist. That's where he's not a big, light on his feet fighter. He's quite heavy-footed, but he's quite clever with the upper body movements and the swaying. It's all about how they engage, the space between them. Obviously, that is what they're going to do, but how they do the mid-range is very interesting for me. Golovkin loves the mid-range. Some people have said to me, Canelo needs to get in tight, either get in tight. Golovkin's not really an inside fighter. Get in tight, try and rough him up. I thought the weigh-in today was fascinating. I thought they looked brilliant physically.
What did you get from that weigh-in, from that stare down?
Well, I loved the look they had, both very intense. They're not trash talkers, and they both nodded to each other as if to say, yeah, we're ready, let's get it on. I'm really excited. It's great to be here. I've got to run. Thanks very much.
All right, my man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To buy Canelo versus Golovkin at $16.95, press box office on your Sky remote or visit BoxNation.com.